The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. It is common sense to try a method. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. There are many ways of going forward, but only one way of standing still. Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their minds. If you treat people right, they will treat you right 90% of the time. We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. Confidence thrives on honesty. Honor, the sacredness of obligations, faithful protection, and unselfish performance. Without them, it cannot live. I ask you to judge me by the enemies I have made. In our ambitions, we are individualists, but in seeking economic and political progress as a nation, we all go up or down as one people. A nation that destroys its soils destroys itself. Forests are the lungs of our land, purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people. Do something. If it works, do more of it. If it doesn't, do something else. Remember, you are just an extra in everyone else's play. Human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. A nation does not have to be cruel to be tough. I think we consider too much the good luck of the early bird and not enough the bad luck of the early worm. In the truest sense, freedom cannot be bestowed, it must be achieved. Repetition does not transform a lie into a truth. I'm not the smartest fellow in the world, but I can pick smart colleagues. If you go to war, your people will be more loyal. Not much, but a little. The value of love will always be stronger than the value of hate. Any nation or group of nations that employs hate as a philosophy of government is, in fact, a threat to the peace of the world. It isn't sufficient just to want. You've got to ask yourself what you are going to do to get the things you want. The truth is found when men are free to pursue it. America's saving grace lies in the fact that the overwhelming majority of Americans possess two great qualities: a sense of humor and a sense of proportion. The very essence of all government lies in the art of being honest. We and all others who believe in freedom as deeply as we do would rather die on our feet than live on our knees. In place of the palace of privilege, we seek to build a temple out of faith, hope, and charity. Our true destiny is not to be ministered unto, but to minister to ourselves and our fellow men. If civilization is to survive, we must cultivate the science of human relationships, the ability of all peoples, of all kinds, to live together in the same world at peace. When you see a rattlesnake poised to strike, you do not wait until he is struck to crush him. We must accept that economic laws are not made by nature. Human beings make them. A radical is a man with both feet firmly planted in the air. I think we consider too much the good luck of the early bird and not enough the bad luck of the early worm. There are many ways of going forward, but only one way of standing still.